Welcome back to Ageless Crown. Today, we're talking about the one feature you can completely transform in 5 minutes. No needles, no surgery, no waiting. After 60, your eyebrows might be the single biggest reason your reflection looks more tired than you feel. A pencil too dark, an arch placed wrong, a color you've worn since 1985. Small things, aging you on purpose. Fix 5 of them and you lift your whole face. If that sounds good, hit subscribe now and let's give your eyes their frame back. Mistake 1, the heavy hand. This is the one almost everyone gets wrong, and it ages you fastest. You noticed your brows thinning, so your instinct was to compensate. Press harder, fill darker, draw a firm edge. It feels like fixing the problem. It does the opposite. A dark, solid brow on mature skin behaves like a weight. It throws a shadow into the eye socket, and that shadow drags the under-eye hollows and temples down with it. Pure black is the worst offender. Even if your hair was jet black your whole life, the skin around your brow has thinned and the hairs have softened, so true black no longer reads as hair. It reads as a line drawn with a marker. And a hard, sharp border turns the brow into a frame that pulls every eye straight to the forehead lines and creeping you were hoping to soften. The fix is gentle, almost embarrassingly so. Forget the firm pressure. Build color in tiny feathered strokes, each one the length and angle a real hair would sit at, lightest at the front and slightly deeper at the tail. Never a filled-in block. Overdid it this morning? Don't scrub and start your whole face over. Dampen a cotton swab with a little micellar wire and gently lift the excess pigment away without disturbing your foundation. Still too strong? A whisper of finely milled translucent powder in your skin tone, dusted right over the top, knocks the drama back down to something the eye believes. The aim was never more brow. It's brow that looks grown, not drawn. And that single shift, lighter hand, softer edge, no hard line, takes years off your face before you've touched anything else on it. Mistake 2. The wrong map. You've probably heard the old rule, hold a pencil up from the outer edge of your nostril and that's where your brow should start. It's wrong for a lot of faces, and when it's wrong, it leaves a wide, bare gap that makes brows look stranded and widens the appearance of your nose bridge. The better landmark is closer in. Look straight ahead and find the inner corner of your eye. Your brow should begin on that vertical line, roughly above the top of the nose bridge. Bring the front in to meet that point, and the whole eye area opens up like a window with the curtains pulled back. For your arch's peak, angle a line from the edge of your nose through the center of your pupil. On a mature face, that peak should be a soft rise, not a sharp mountain. A high, dramatic point makes you look permanently startled, and startled isn't the look we're going for. For where the tail ends, run a diagonal from the outer edge of your nostril through the outer corner of your eye and stop the brow exactly where that line lands. This one matters more than people think because the temptation is always to keep going, to drag the tail down and out. The moment the tail drops below the corner of the eye, it pulls the whole face down with it. Droopy, worn, exactly the impression you're working against. If your eyes already turn down slightly at the outer corner, do the opposite of what feels natural. Keep the tail a touch shorter and finish with a small upward feathering stroke so it lifts the eye instead of joining the slide. Mark these 3 points once with a proper brow pencil and a steady hand, and within a week or 2, your hand learns the geography and you won't need the lines at all. Mistake 3, doing nothing at all. This one's quiet. Pigment thins, a few hairs go silver, then more, until one day the brow has faded so gradually you stop noticing. But the camera doesn't miss it, and neither does good light. Without a brow, the forehead looks larger, the eyes sink back with nothing above them, and the whole face reads unfinished. The good news? This is the most fixable mistake on the list, and you get to choose how far you go. The lightest touch is a tinted brow gel, the microfiber count, with tiny fibers that cling to whatever fine hairs you still have and stand in for the ones you've lost. 2 strokes and there's a brow again gone by your next wash. Want actual regrowth? 5% minoxidil foam, the same active people use on their scalp, dabbed onto the brow twice a day with a clean little brush, often shows genuine results around 12 weeks, though it only holds as long as you keep using it, so treat it as a commitment, not a one-time fix. Gentler options like peptide conditioning serums or plain castor oil worked in at night can strengthen the fragile hairs you still got. Cheap, slow, no miracle, but kind to the area. One note of caution, new hairs from any of these can sprout below your natural line, so groom them down to keep your shape clean. Whatever you choose, give it a real trial. The gel works the instant you apply it, but everything else runs on the slow clock of hair itself. Weeks, not days. The women who give up at 3 weeks never see what 8 weeks would have shown them. Mistake 4, the magnifying mirror trap. While some hairs vanish, others go rogue, long, coarse, wiry, and a drooping hair can physically press the eyelid down, making the eye look smaller and more hooded. So you reach for the 10 times magnifying mirror to fix it carefully. That mirror lies. It blows every hair up to the size of a tree trunk, throws off your sense of proportion, and before you know it, you've overplucked and thinned one brow more than the other. The real fix isn't plucking, it's trimming. Brush the brow up with a spoolie so every hair stands at its full length, and you'll see clearly which ones overshoot the natural top edge. Trim only those one at a time at slightly different lengths rather than straight across, so the edge stays soft and feathered instead of looking like a hedge. When you do need to remove an actual hair, timing protects the follicle. Do it right after a warm shower when the heat has relaxed the pores and the hair lets go easily. Pluck before the shower and you rattle the neighboring follicles, and at this age they don't always bounce back. If your skin is tender, a dab of numbing gel 5 minutes ahead takes the sting out, then rinse it well. And that soft fuzz on the upper brow, a guarded single-blade brow razor clears it safely. It will not grow back thicker, despite the old myth that refuses to die. Tame, don't attack. The mature brow rewards a light touch and punishes a heavy one every single time. Resist the urge to fix everything in one sitting. The woman who clears every stray on a Sunday afternoon is the one who looks overgroomed by Wednesday and bare by the following month. Tend it a little and often instead. A few seconds with the spoolie and the scissors every couple of days keeps the shape honest and keeps your hand from ever getting carried away. Mistake 5. Chasing twins and wearing the wrong warmth. 2 habits, same root. Holding on too tightly to an old idea of perfect. First, the hunt for matching brows. You pluck one to match the other, then chase them in circles until both are thinner than you wanted. But brows are sisters, not twins. They never matched perfectly, and after 60 they match even less because the bone and muscle beneath them have settled unevenly. That's not a flaw. Shape each brow to the eye above it and let them rhyme instead of match. Second, color. You found your perfect warm shade decades ago, a warm brown, a soft auburn, a golden taupe, and simply never stopped using it. But something changed underneath you. As your hair on your head and your brows lost pigment and drifted towards silver, your skin's apparent undertone cool to match. That same warm shade you've trusted for 30 years now lands against cool hair and cool skin like a wrong note in a song, going orange, going brassy, sitting obviously on top of you instead of blending in. Reach instead for the cool end of the rack, taupes, soft slate grays, ashy blondes. Those tones echo the natural shadow your brow bone already casts, so the color settles into the face rather than sitting painted on top. If you're not sure where your hair landed on the warm to cool scale, hold a taupe against an auburn in daylight and watch which one your eye stops fighting. The right shade goes quiet against your skin. The wrong one announces itself. None of this is about chasing the brows you had at 30. The face you're framing now is a different one. Softer bone, cooler hair, skin that's lived. Stop fighting that, and your brow stops fighting your face. A gentler arch, a cooler shade, a tail that lifts instead of drags, and the woman in the mirror looks rested, not redone. Not younger, exactly, more like herself on a good morning. If this helped you see your own reflection a little differently, that's exactly why Ageless Crown exists. Give this video a like so more women in your stage of life can find it, share it with a friend who's been reaching for the wrong pencil for years, and subscribe for more of these good mornings right here on Ageless Crown.